Next game on the Wii list, not terribly exciting, more interesting than anything else, is Excite Truck, which is another racer on the Wii, which scored really, really big with players, surprisingly, considering that there was no online, the presentation wasn't very good with regard to the menus, and it's only 2-player. And that's it. But people loved this game, and I think this was kind of this distributor's test to see how well you can do a racer on the Wii with the controls. And it turns out that you can do it very well. This was before the wheel thing that they made. You're basically just holding the Wii remote sideways and going left and right. And while the control wasn't perfect, it was very, very good. The graphics were pretty good. The cars looked nice. And it was just very, very fast gameplay. And they put new elements in it to where you can earn stars by doing tricks or going through certain things. Right. The terrain can change based on what you go through. And that was really, really interesting. And it also worked itself out to where you don't have to come in first to win the race. If you get enough stars, you can still win even though you didn't come in first. So it kind of mixes it up, and it's really, really interesting. Its follow-up was Excite Bots, which was also very fun. I've played it for a while. It does have online. The only difference is, with Excite Truck, you could download your MP3s onto an SD card and play your own music while you're racing, and you can't do that in Excite Bots.
Wow.
I don't know why they removed it. It was such a nice feature, and I really liked it. Well, but this game really resonated with players. I mean, everyone thought this game was really, really badass, and I think that's kind of interesting. It was for all intents and purposes, it was a pretty lightweight game, but it got a lot of people's attention.
Well, I can't say much about either of those games because when you play 2 players, you have to have a fucking vertical split screen.
Yeah, that's another thing that I can't stand.
I need a wider angle.
Me too.
I couldn't do shit in that, and I didn't really feel like playing the campaign mode.
What video game, aside from those 2, has ever had a vertical fucking split screen? It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
I guess that's all that needs to be said about that.
I guess so. Last one. Fight Night Round 4. One of my all-time favorite games so far.
Yeah, I love this game.
You know, there was a big controversy when all the fans of Fight Night Round 3, when they heard when everybody heard that the control scheme was going to be changed, they just freaked out because they're used to moving around and pressing the buttons and having the button system, and now they're like, okay, you're going to move the stick, and everybody was thinking, well, how the hell is that going to work? Well, I think it works pretty good. Once you get used to it, I don't know how much better it is than buttons, but it works.
Well, I actually like it a lot. I think it works very well once you get used to it. There is a rather steep learning curve.
Yeah, there is.
In all fairness. Also, it creates a problem where you're either going to be a lefty or a righty. Because if you're on the right side of the screen, you learn to do things, automatically going left.
That's right.
On the stick. And then if they put you on the left side of the screen, you just don't know what the fuck's going on. You have to relearn the whole thing. So that is a little weird for me. But overall, the game is just great. The creative fighter system is great. It's
very good.
Very customizable. Very nice.
The campaign mode.
I haven't played the campaign mode.
I like it. It's good. You get to start out as a nobody and work your way up, and there's a good system where you improve your stats and that sort of thing, and that's very good. It's very functional, and
the online is great.
Online is, well, I don't know how great it is.
I've had no complaints.
I don't know. I like it a lot. I guess there's a lot of people that. Well, I guess this isn't really a problem with the game because a lot of people did this in round 3, but there are people that just go in there and act like
dicks.
Yeah, well, not dicks, just pussies. It's just okay. I'm just gonna sit here and tap my downward block until I get a counter punch, and then that's all I'm gonna do for the whole fight.
That's been going on since the dawn of video game time.
And we'll see what I do is I know how to set up a counter punch, but I do it in a way that isn't like a glitch.
There's actually something similar in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. There is one cheese move that they didn't fix, and that is King DDD. he can grab you and throw you, grab you and throw you, grab you and throw you, and you can't do shit about it. And there are people who jump online on that game and just cheese the fuck out of you, and it pisses people off. So I think you get that all over the place. I do understand what you're saying, but I have had lots of fun playing this online.
Me too.
But specifically playing with you, I mean, it's just a great combat system, and the game looks great.
Oh, it's
and
one of the best-looking games on the system.
It's very competitive, and when you win, you really feel...
Yeah, you feel like you've really gone through... had an experience.
And you've gone the distance, and you've done your best, and it's just... It's a very great game. About the controls, that also happens every single time they change a control scheme, is people are like, oh, what the fuck? Like, there was a huge brouhaha among hardcore... Mario Kart fans who were like, okay, you're going to take us from an analog stick to a steering wheel.
Right.
Really, seriously, you're going to do tilt controls for this. Do you know how much we've practiced, waggling the stick around to get our boost? They did change the boost system. People still don't like that, but the tilt controls have actually turned out generally favorable responses.
Yeah.
And I think the stick control on Fight Night Round 4 have too.
Yeah.
So, great game.
It is.
That's about all we have to say now with regard to the video games. We're done with our list. And I'm going to say goodbye to Stan because he's taking a little 3-day vacation of sorts. He's going away. We're not going to see him again for a while. So, thanks for talking with me, and we will see you all later.
See ya.